I'm Donna Russo, and I'm so happy to be here today with Abilities Expo Chairman Lou Shelmer. Hi, Lou. How are you?
Hi, Donna. I'm really good. You look great. Haven't seen you in enough time.
Oh, I know. It's been a long time, but we've known each other for a long time. And thank you for being on the Today Show LA, the Disability Channel. And I wanted to talk to you. First of all, I haven't talked to you in a long time, but tell me, first of all, what did you do before Abilities Expo?
Well, yeah, I'm an old guy, so I did a lot before Abilities Expo. um, but my career started with IBM in New York, and that was in the 60s. But more recently, I spent 25 years doing career fairs, and Showmix Productions, which was my company, was the largest producer of diversity career fairs in the country. And as a matter of fact, we did the first accessible career fair for people with disabilities in 1990 in Long Beach. So I've been in that area of doing expos and shows for a long time. Before that,
Oh,
I was with a company called Comdex, which was the largest trade show in the country at the time, which was all about computers and computer technology.
that's wonderful. Now, the Abilities Expo is the largest expo for the latest in technology for people with disabilities, their families, and caretakers. And they have so many things there. I've known you for a long time, but the first time that I went there, I looked around and I was just so inspired. And there were many, many workshops, seminars, and entertainment um, for everyone there. And I want to thank you personally for the opportunity to dance there um, with a dance company that is adaptive, and with Tam Warner, our choreography. Our choreographer, we had people with disabilities and people with not did not have disabilities, and we were able to show our dancing, and I just love that. I loved all the technology around there. And can you talk about some of the things that are there for people with disabilities and their families?
We have a whole range, Donna, of everything from catheters um, to large accessible recreational vehicles. In the last couple of shows, we've had Winnebago, which has a $300,000 accessible recreational vehicle, which is kind of spectacular with all the latest technology, all remote controlled ramps, tie downs for wheelchairs, whether it's power chairs or manual chairs, living conditions, everything is done for people with disabilities. It's very accessible. But the other things that we have range from purpose built types of products to products which are on the market for people who either have things like spinal cord injuries or CP or any kind of disease where they need some type of equipment that's going to make their life easier and make their life more independent. Because I think the real benefit of Abilities Expo is making people more independent so they're not relying on caregivers all the time. We have a lot of robotics types of equipment. We've got different types of beds, different types of exercise equipment. So there's really a range of just about everything from assistive technology to, as I said, recreational vehicles, SUVs, vans, chairs, etc. And in
You
Los
have
Angeles,
assistive dogs, assisting animals, and all of these things are just so needed to give people independence. And um, I just saw so many things that made people's lives easier. And that really touched my heart as they walk around the Abilities Expo. And I just want to thank you. It's been 40 years now. It's been going for like 40 plus years.
Yeah, it started in 1979 with Dick and Pat Wooten. Dick had polio, and he was in a wheelchair. He was a wheelchair user, and he and his wife would go around looking for various types of products, and they'd have to go from dealer to dealer. And some of the dealers they were in San Diego, and some of the dealers weren't in San Diego. They might have been in Los Angeles, which means that's a day driving up and driving back. And so he and Pat said, well, why don't we just put together an expo and bring all the products to the people as opposed to having the people having to go and find the products. And so that's how Ability started. The first show was in Anaheim, and then the second show was in New Jersey, which we call Metropolitan New York. And those are the two largest shows that we have. Um, the the Wootens then sold the shows to a company that sold the shows to another company, and then we bought the company. David and I, David Course, my business partner, David and I bought the shows in 2008 from a company called Questex in Massachusetts. So we've had the show now for going on 14 years. And we had two shows. There was one show in Minneapolis, which was such a disaster that we had to cancel the next year. But then we started launching shows. The first two were Chicago and Atlanta. We were in Atlanta for 5 years, but we just couldn't get support from the community. It was difficult to get space. Georgia World Congress Center was always full, so there was very limited parking. But then we expanded literally from 2 shows to now we do 7 shows, pretty much all over the country. We do the New Jersey show, Los Angeles. We're going to do Chicago at the end of June. We then do Houston, Phoenix. We're launching in Miami this year, and then Dallas.
Wow.
And
you're going to go to Canada, right? Too?
Well, we just were in Canada 2 weeks ago.
Jeez, that's amazing. This is just taken off. I mean, of course, it's been a long journey, but it's just amazing how far you've gone with this. And I, for one, am very thankful, and there are many people out there that are very thankful. And I'm going to let us go on a commercial break right now to give us a little break from talking, and we'll be right back.
Okay.